Good morning, everybody, and this is your S&P 500 day trade setups for today. So pretty messy, nothing really going on. We do have a nice juicy range bar, and also doubles as an inside bar that formed yesterday. And it just starts leaning back towards, if you look in the past here, look at the buyers coming in down here, and pretty much what's happening. So oscillators are grouped quite nicely. We are in a bearish trend according to the moving averages. We are below this trend line, so lots in play for the bears, and I would look at any rally with a little bit of skepticism. So any rally is to be sold into at the moment. There's nothing else that you don't want to be looking to accumulate or to buy just yet. We're looking for all this noise to come to an end, and probably not going to. I think we're gonna have a pretty noisy year. So you just need to be smart about what you do and don't jump in unnecessarily. So you can see levels are not holding. I look to the left here, definitely not holding any of the levels. And you can see we've sort of dropped below and we keep bouncing off that level. Do like the way the oscillators are looking. We've crossed over, pointing up. But yeah, what we're looking for is some indication that there is some structure. Now, first things first, yesterday was a big up, big down, big up, big down, big up. Complete confusion, so it just swings up and down, nobody really knowing what direction to go. Trend is down, no two ways about that. You can see continually making lower lows and lower highs. And even over here, we're sort of forming a bit of a range now. I'm going to use a box here. And let's just make the box a little bit of a different color. Let's pick like a bright blue. Okay, so we've got this box here. So that, to me, is the area we need to pay attention to. Start breaking above the highs there at 44.27. Look for the retest. You'll probably bounce off this area here at 44.60, back down, and then another attempt at it to come up the trend line. That would be a move to the long side, and then to the short side, a break below 43.64. So as far as I'm concerned, any rally needs to be sold into at the moment. There is nothing indicating that we have a bottom. There's nothing that indicates we have any form of structure. Now, in saying that, have a look at what's happening with the moving averages here on the 50-minute right now, coming together, starting to sort of squeeze. Could be merit for a rounding bottom, but we need to get above the highs of yesterday and hold above them before we can start looking at that. Oscillators are talking a different story. They're looking for another move to the downside. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us just range here until we get whatever news that we're looking for. Remember, right now it's Russia, Ukraine, which is top of investors' minds right now. So, and yet again, politicians with egos are going to impact your earning potential. That's kind of the moral of this game. Never ceases to amaze me how some politics can impact the markets, and then all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay, cool, that's done, and then they look forward to the next event, and then we talk about pricing the event in. Anyway, so for me at the moment, definitely not really keen on getting into this until we start breaking some structure. And the highs and the lows of yesterday is pretty much the levels to pay attention to. Now, if we can hold this kind of area like this, you've got opportunity to move to the upside, but there's one little gap here which could very well come back and be closed. So I'm sit on hands. Sorry guys, there's a bit more structure on the forex, so have a look at my forex video. But for the indexes at the moment, I'm definitely not interested in jumping in on this. I'm not going to give anybody my money. So we'll wait to see what transpires. There is merit that there could be a bit of a bottom forming, that we could get a little bigger scalp to the upside. But I'm more of the opinion that we're in a holding pattern or a waiting pattern, and it's options expiry this Friday or Thursday as well. So normally what happens is you're gonna muck around, and if you have a look at the open interests for for your options, you'll see that it's a fairly close between puts and calls, and we're hovering on this. I think it's between 45 and 4,400. I think that's where the bulk of the contracts lie at the moment. So expect it to be volatile until options close out. And if there's a trigger, if something happens in Ukraine that starts triggering, then there's going to be a violent move one way or another. And it's difficult to ascertain which way, because if there's war, everybody's jumps onto the oil bandwagon, because there's going to be demand for oil, and that could impact some of the stocks differently. Sometimes I've seen oil jump and seen the markets jump. Sometimes I've seen oil jump and I've seen the markets fall. So kind of nothing to read into, to be honest. I just watch what's happening on the charts. Anyway, enough waffle from me this morning. That is a sit on hands structure at the moment until we break through the highs and lows of yesterday. Break through the lows of yesterday, then you're definitely looking to come down to here, 40.37. Break through the highs of yesterday, you're looking first to bounce off 44.60, form the next bit of structure, and then you're looking to come up to 4,500. So that's kind of my view at the moment. 4,400, 4,500. That is what you need to pay attention to. Hope it helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.